Well, I hope you're happy now that you got us all out here looking crazy in these streets. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is in my travels, basically, because there's no need to even hold off to swipe anywhere, left, right, or otherwise on this. I am like just two through, because I was caping for Jussie Smollett. You know, I've been back and forth, back and forth with people in my comments for weeks about this. I'm saying until someone proves to me that something's wrong, I'm going off of what he said. But Jussie has actually turned himself in, which was the first honest thing that you've actually done in this whole time, was you went down to the station and you turned yourself in. And all for what? Like you literally made up a story, hired some people to come in, smack you in the face a little bit, and then you came up with this elaborate story of how you were attacked. And I'm going to say that your acting chops, fabulous. Your acting chops are fabulous. It is proven that you are a grade A actor because you pulled us in. You pulled us in. Though there were people who said, "Oh no, I don't believe it." They couldn't get that acting, baby. Your acting was good. You act better out here in the real world on a lie, on a script that you came up with yourself, than you did on the script that Lee Daniels comes up with, because Jamal Lyon, he just cool, he just all right. But Jussie Smollett is flawless. You so flawless to the point that you actually got the chance to go on to GMA and sit in front of Robin Roberts. As you sat and lied to her face. You sat there and you cried and you did. Crying, baby. You know, crying gets them every time, baby. All you got to do is bust out and start crying, honey, and everybody will fall to your feet, even when they know you lied. Because there were people who definitely, in their core, felt as though they knew you were lying. But they didn't attack, there's some people that just didn't right out attack you, you know what I mean? But some people did. They attacked, and we warded them off and we leave them alone. All along, I couldn't believe you sat there and lied to Robert Roberts' face like that. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that. Do you know the actors and performers that would love the chance to sit in front of Robert Roberts on Good Morning America and talk about anything, just anything, and then you just frivolously go down here and just make up a story, and you're sitting in front of her and you're just lying your ass off, lying. And then to come down and I'm hearing that it's all about you wanting to make more money. So you literally risked what you were making. What was I heard $65,000 per episode. Let's see how you make it on 65,000 maybe a year at some job that nobody's going to see you doing anything. Your looks aren't going to help you. Well, I don't know, maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe you'll get to screw somebody and maybe make another extra 10,000. But yeah, that's where you're headed to. That's where you're headed to. Cuz who's going to fool with you? Who's going to fool with you? Endorsement. Endorse what? I promise you, you and Pepsi won't be doing anything else. I'll bet my last 65 on that. You and Pepsi won't be doing nothing. You won't be singing no runs and walking up off the subway no more, honey. Not on film. Not on film. The next time you walk out for a Subway sandwich, honey, won't nobody be paying attention. The only camera be on you is the one when you're doing like this. Cause ain't nobody fooling with you. Ain't nobody fooling with you. Terrible. It was all selfish. Very selfish. And in the process of being selfish like that, look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. And you're supposed to be an activist. You're an activist for the LGBTQ community. No, thank you. I don't need you activating shit for me. No thanks. No thank you to Jussie. No thank you, darling. I don't need you to activate anything for me at all. Black people, I'm one of them too. I don't need you to activate nothing for me, little boy. Nothing. Because you're a liar. You're a liar. And there's nothing that I can't stand more than a liar. I'd rather be bothered with a thief than a liar. Because, see, the thief, you know the thief is going to steal. The liar is going to steal and blame it on the thief. I can't stand a liar. It's horrible. How disrespectful could you actually be as well? To say that you were the gay Tupac. That's disrespectful. Because Tupac was never known to be a liar. Not at all. He was an activist. He said things that people didn't dare to say. Not lies, though. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And disrespectful. And then dig this. Now the little Nigerian boys, I ain't really feeling like they're not victims. They're not victims. They need to be prosecuted as well because again, you were a part of the bull crap. You were a part of the bull crap. And their people should be very pissed off with them too. Very pissed off because they literally played into a stereotype. You know, there's a stereotype that Nigerian folk don't really care for the gays and all of that. So you actually even had the gays and the Nigerians kind of looking at each other side eye and all of then you got the folks, you got Caucasian folks who don't particularly care for black folks. You got them side eyeing each other and looking, everybody ready to get to banging. Everybody ready to get to banging. Now, we already been ready to get to banging anyway. But everybody ready to get to banging on your behalf. And you was lying. You were lying. You have us all out here ready to fight with each other. For what? Just because you ain't had nothing else to do? You have enough lines that you needed to learn? You felt like you should get some more money. Right. Put me right in mind of that. Come on, love, my loves. Come on down and boycott that child. I ain't canceling my Netflix and I ain't fooling with you. And I really feel some kind of way. I've been with Empire. Everybody knows. Anybody who's followed my YouTube channel, you know I am a huge Empire fan. been around since the beginning. But the honest to God truth, Jussie, the show can definitely survive without you. Your storyline is not where the show can't roll without your storyline. And if I were Lee Daniels, it would have to roll without your storyline because I would literally kill the Jamal Lyon character off ASAP. Just kill that character for the brand's sake. It was already a whole tumultuous thing, that this gay character and all of this stuff, and it was it was so hard to even bridge that into mainstream and deal. That was hard. His character was a big part of all the controversy surrounding the show in the beginning. But the show got enough attention, it could make it without Jamal. There's enough other controversial things that goes on with Empire that it could make without. I think if Lee actually leaves the Jamal character in, it's going to hurt the show. His character needs to meet an untimely finish immediately. And I don't even think, because I even thought about maybe what if they just take him and write him where he can go on back to the UK. But the UK don't want you either. Untimely finish for Jamal. Jamal needs to have a nice little accident. Remember, when the season ended, we still didn't know who was in the casket. Now we know who needs to go in the casket. Yep. So that's definitely what I would do. This is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I'm sure we're going to talk about this a lot more. This is not over. This is not over. We're going to hear about this. So you got the publicity you want. I mean, you're getting like all these headlines and all of this, but what are you actually gaining from it? I think this didn't really work out in your favor. I mean, it really didn't. It's going to be bad. I really do. I think it's going to be bad. I think we've seen the last of Jussie Smollett as the star. I think you'll be infamous, but I don't think you'll be gainfully employed in the entertainment business anymore. I don't. And as far as like your music, I think your music is the only thing you're going to be able to kind of try to lean on now. You're going to have to lean on your musical talent to try to do something, but I think it'll all be behind the scenes because up front, ain't nobody going to mess with you. I think you've really screwed yourself up with the people. Your people, other people, just the people as a whole. I think you've messed yourself up. But again, we'll see. I'll be in my travels to see what's going to happen with you and your travels. If you're out there, you not only talk about stuff that's really, really interesting, and at this point you've become kind of uninteresting to me. I don't know. Kind of disgusted with them. Very much so. So yeah, this is a little biased. My feelings is a little hurt. But anyway, I will see you guys soon. You'll definitely hear from me as we go on. I'm sure we're going to hear more about it. So as always, my ear will be to the street. And I'll let you know what I hear. All right, you guys. Later.